Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Pictou Sports on 360 Live, and tonight we have for you Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League action between the visiting Dartmouth Steele Subaru and the hometown Weeks Majors. We begin by acknowledging that the Pictou County Wellness Center and all of us here in the building are in the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq. It is time to take a look at tonight's game. It is the Steele and the Weeks. A close battle is expected as we look at these two teams separated by just a single point in the standings. However, Steele Subaru does have 3 games in hand on the Weeks, so by the time everything evens out, they could be well ahead of the Weeks depending on how those 3 games in hand go. So the Weeks very much needing these 2 points because right now these two teams sit 4th and 5th in the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League standings. Why is that important? Well, there are 8 teams in the league. All 8 teams make the playoffs. I know it's only the early stages of October, so it's a little early to be talking about playoffs. But the fact of the matter is, with all 8 teams making it into the playoffs, the regular season is very much about jockeying for position, trying to put yourself into the best spot possible so that you have home ice in as many rounds as possible through the playoff season. And for the Weeks, right now, they sit 1 point back of Steele Subaru in the battle between 4th and 5th. Those two teams, if the season were to end today, and again, I know it's a little early to be talking about this, but if these two teams do finish 4th and 5th, whoever has the better record ends up with home ice advantage throughout the best of, I believe it's a best of 5 series in the opening round, if my memory serves. Either way, if it's best of 5 or best of 7, that game 5 or that game 7, whichever team has home ice, they've got their crowd behind them. They've got the opportunity for the last line change. Home ice, a big deal when you're talking about those playoff games that are oh so important. So this game is a big one for the Weeks. They also have to look behind them as Cole Harbour just 1 point back of the Weeks in 6th place, and Cole Harbour, the Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack, also with 3 games in hand. So the Weeks very much in a battle right now in the standings. Steele Subaru come in with a record of 4 wins, 2 regulation losses, and 2 overtime losses. However, and we'll get to this a little bit more in the keys to the game, those 4 losses that they had, 2 in regulation, 2 in overtime, have all come within their last 5 games. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. For the Weeks, they come in with a record of 4, 6, and 1. And as well, of those 7 losses, 4 of them have come in the last 5 games. So both of these teams on a little bit of a struggle right now. Sometimes you can look at goal differential as an indicator of how a team is doing, and maybe they're better than their record shows or worse than their record shows, depending on where that goal differential is. At this point in the season, it's still a little early to say that the goal differential is telling more of a story, because all you need is one bad blowout and it really does throw things out of whack. By the time you get up to 15, 20, 25 games into the season, that one blowout that you might have had either as a win or as a loss plays less of a factor in your overall goal differential, obviously. So for Steele Subaru right now, with a record of 4 wins and 4 losses, really, although 2 of those losses coming in overtime, so they gained points in the standings with that. They got points in 6 out of their 8 games, and they are +6 on their goal differential. They're scoring just under 4 goals a game with 31 goals in 8 games. They have given up just over 3 goals a game, giving up 25 in those 8 games. So they're looking at a goal differential right now of 3/4 of a goal per game to the positive. For the Weeks, on the other hand, they've won 4, they've lost 7. Again, one of those 7 losses coming in overtime. So they have 9 points on the season, but their goal differential is all the way down at -9. They're scoring less than 3 goals a game. They're giving up over 3.5 goals a game. Their goal differential right now negative 0.83 goals per, or 0.82, goals per game. So that is obviously something that they're going to need to turn around. Scoring less than 3 goals per game is not a way to have success in this Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League, so they're going to need to pick up their offense if they want to try to move their way up in these standings. Taking a look at the keys to the game tonight, and the first key is to both of these teams. How have you been lately? Not very good for either of them. For the Steele, if you look at their last 5 games, going back, starting with the oldest to the most recent game, a 6-3 loss against Sydney, a 3-2 loss against Valley, a 5-4 loss in overtime against South Shore, a 6-2 loss to Halifax, and a 6-2 win to Cole Harbour. So the good news is their most recent game is a victory, so they're coming off of a win last Sunday. The bad news is prior to that they had lost 4 in a row, their only 4 losses of the season. So a little bit of a struggle as of late, but maybe they are now turning the ship around after that 6-2 win against Cole Harbour. For the Weeks, how you been lately? Well, it has been a struggle for them lately as well. If you look at their last 5 games, it starts with a 5-2 loss against Valley, a 3-2 win against Cape Breton West, a 2-1 loss in the second half of that series in Cape Breton West, then a 7-3 loss at home against Sydney last Saturday, and a 5-4 loss in overtime, again at home against Sydney last Sunday. So 4 losses in their last 5 games as well, one of those losses coming in overtime, and that being the most recent game that they've played. So again, maybe that's a sign that things are turning back in a positive direction. We'll have to wait and see. Second key to tonight's game is the return of Ben Wallace to the lineup for the Weeks Majors. And I say return in the sense that he was with the Weeks Majors last year, started the season this year down in the United States at Gilmore Academy, playing 16U AAA for Gilmore Academy. In 7 games, he earned 2 assists, and I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I have not been made privy to any of that, but I can tell you that he has decided to come home. For whatever the reason, he has come home, and Ben Wallace has joined the Weeks Majors. You look back to last season, 23 points in 29 games as a member of the Weeks Majors, 4 points in 3 playoff games as well. And Ben, being a 2005, he is just 16 years old, so he's got this year, next year ahead of him at this level. He's also a draft pick of the Halifax Mooseheads, so maybe the Weeks won't see him for the 2 seasons that they've possibly got left with him. We'll have to wait and see about that. But having Ben Wallace back in the lineup obviously is going to be a key for the Weeks, as they have not had scoring. And we talked about Ben. You look back to his final year of what was then still known as Bantam at the U15 level. His last year at the U15 level, 40 points, including 22 goals and 18 assists over 33 games for Ben Wallace. So he might be the key component to add to this offense that the Weeks are looking for. The third key to tonight's game is special teams. The Weeks have had their struggles on the special teams in the regular season, scoring just 5 power play goals so far this season. Unfortunately, with the league website set up the way it is, I'd have to go through every single game sheet to tell you how their penalty kill is doing, and unfortunately I just don't have that kind of time in doing game prep. I would love to be able to do it, but there's just not enough hours in the day. But I can tell you that in the 11 games that they've played, they have scored 5 power play goals. Obviously, that has to change. That is an area where they need to get more success, and it has to start tonight, and maybe perhaps the return of Ben Wallace might be a part of that. You look at the flip side and the special teams for Dartmouth Steele Subaru, and you look at their power plays, they've scored 5 power play goals as well, and that over a span of just 8 games. Still not a great tally overall, something that they are going to need to improve upon as well as we look ahead through the rest of this Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League season. So for both of these teams, trying to get their power play turned around tonight could be a start to that. Taking a look at tonight's starting goaltenders for the Steele Subaru out of Dartmouth, it's Joey Hocko making just his second start of the year. He was injured after his first game. That game was a loss where he faced 25 shots, made 20 saves, gave up 5 goals, didn't play the full game, came out, he did play the full game, that was an overtime loss that he played in, and ended up with a 4.84 goals against average, considering he gave up 5 goals and they played just a little bit over 60 minutes, and his save percentage sitting at .800. So this Hocko's first game back since the first game of the season for Steele Subaru. For the Weeks, Lisa Mumbercat makes her 6th start of the year. She comes in with a record of 3-2. Mumbercat with a 4.02 goals against average and an .843 save percentage, having played 254 minutes in the 5 games that she's played. That means she's had 14 minutes of overtime as well. She hasn't quite played the 5 full games. She was pulled in early in one game. That's why it's not computing out to an even number. So Mumbercat again in 5 games, a 3-2 record. That's right. It was the game against Sydney last weekend that she was pulled in the 3rd period. We'll run you through the rest of the starters after O Canada, and let's send things downstairs for Billy for those introductions. So let's take a look at those starters now as we get ready for tonight's game. For the Steele Subaru in front of Joey Hocko, it's going to be the defensive pairing of Brady Wombolt and Ryan Langlois, and the starting forward line, Ben Mercer, with Camden Pellerin and Blake Pilgrim Edwards. For the Weeks, it is Ben Manos and Drew McKinnon on the back end, and up front it will be Matt Vora, Ben Wallace, and Reese Smith. So Ben Wallace, they're not wasting any time to get him out there for his first action of the season. Smith takes the draw, and we are underway as Smith and Mercer, the 2 captains, took the draw. Puck dumped down into the Steele Subaru zone. Puck comes to the line. Manos knocks it down there, tries to play it in deep, but it's knocked down by Langlois. Gets it up to Pilgrim Edwards. Pilgrim Edwards will play it ahead. Mercer gets taken down awkwardly by Manos. Slow to get up, and he's going to stay up. No, he is going to head off for a change. Looks to be favoring his elbow a little bit, perhaps. Meanwhile, the Weeks have the puck, and Mumbercat will cover it up and hang on as Pilgrim Edwards was right there. And that could be a big key to this game, is if Ben Mercer ends up having to miss any significant amount of time within this game, that could certainly have an impact on the outcome. Steele win the draw, played back to the point, shot taken by Rose. That was deflected wide into the near side corner. Now played back to Rose again. Rose chases it down, then chops it down into the corner. Picked up by Countway there. Countway had been with the Weeks to start the season and then was released and is now playing with them as an AP call-up, as he's playing 16U AAA, I do believe. Let me just double-check that. Wyatt Countway, with the Fundy Thunder of the Nova Scotia U16 AAA League. After playing a couple of games with the Weeks, got sent back to the Thunder, and he's going to get a lot of playing time there with the Thunder that he might not get here as a member of the Weeks, but will get called up from time to time. And part of the reason that he's getting called up tonight is that the Weeks are without. Let me pull it back up here. Let me just double check. Dominic McKenzie not in the lineup tonight for the Weeks. There's Sutherland with a shot from the point. That's knocked down in front. Down into the corner. Puck comes up to Moser. Moser will play it back down behind the net, all the way around to the near side. Jenkins gets to it, or actually getting to it first there was Sears. Sears sends it behind the net, and it'll be picked up there by Lorden. Lorden plays it ahead. Down the ice, it hops just over the stick of Blanchard, excuse me. And the first one to it will be a member of the Steele Subaru. That was Green who got the shot away, and it was steered aside by Mumberket. Now here comes Moser. Moser will dump it down. Hawko out of his net to play it. Also worth noting that Hawko doesn't have a backup tonight. The Steele Subaru bringing just one goaltender, as their other goalie, not quite sure where he is. Actually, it was marked on the website that he is injured. Don't know the nature of the injury or how long they expect him to be out, but it is going to be Joey Hawko running the ship here, at least for tonight, without... Okay. So there's Joe Hawko, who played one game, and then Joey Hawko is on the website with 3 other games. So we got to put those stats together. Hawko is 2-2, and trying to figure out his goals against average here. He's given up his goals against average is right around 4, and his save percentage. Let's see, 16 out of his save percentage is around .850. So yeah, there's Joe Hawko played 1 game, Joey Hawko played 3 games, and so those stats are not actually put together. One of the perils of just trying to rely on computers. So hopefully the league will see that and get that fixed. But either way, Hawko's the only goalie tonight for Steele. That was the whole point I was trying to get to. And good news for Steele, as Mercer's back out there. He fires a shot. It goes up into the glass. Mercer back on the puck again. Tries to make a centering pass. It gets beyond both Langlois and Pilgrim Edwards. Played to the line and out. Backing up was Beardsmore. He'll dump it back in. Picked up now by Sullivan. Sullivan behind his own net, trying to get away from the forecheck of Pilgrim Edwards. Gets the puck over to the wall for Blanchard. Blanchard feeds it up to Smith. Smith then has it knocked off his stick by Beardsmore. Played across to Blanchard. He'll get it across. Quick one-touch pass from Smith. Too far in front of Ben Wallace. And should mention that Ben and his younger brother Mac now on the team together. Vora with the puck. He had to play it quickly. Countway chipped it ahead, but it was knocked down there. Now it's underneath the body of Langlois. Comes back to the line again. Countway's shot gets blocked by Pilgrim Edwards. Pass ahead trying to spring Pilgrim Edwards, but well blocked there by Countway. And that could have been a big play, as Pilgrim Edwards could have had quite a bit of room to come in. There's a pass intended for Normando. It goes a little bit behind him, and now Tucker will bring it the other way. Here comes Aiden Tucker. Tucker trying to get a pass through, but it's knocked down by Kavanaugh. Brought back the other way. That pass gets away from Foster, and the Weeks are able to dump it back deep into the Steele zone, but we're going to get a stoppage, as icing is the indication, with just about 5 minutes gone, here in the first period. Should mention we do like to keep our broadcasts interactive here at Pictou Sports. If you want to send me a message, you can do so through Twitter. It's at PetterPC_sports. That's at PetterPC_sports, P-E-T-T-E-R, PC_sports. And we'll give you the rest of the social media availability at the next whistle. Hunter with the puck. Plays it off the wall to the line and out as Lorden couldn't quite keep it onside. That's going to give McLean a little bit, or that's McKinnon, with the puck. Give him a little bit of time. Plays it ahead. Sutherland deflects it out. Lorden turning it quickly back the other way. Now McLean gets his pocket picked by Normando, and Normando will chase it down into the corner. Has it knocked off his stick by McKinnon. Normando then gets a bump from McLean, but the Steele Subaru still on the puck. He gets deflected up over the glass and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage here with 14:33 left to go. You can also reach me through Facebook, facebook.com/PetterPC_sports. And the third way is through the MJAHL network, mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. There's a section for Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League there, including game day threads. And on the game day thread, I do try to keep things updated there. So I will be looking at any posts that people make on that game day thread throughout the course of the game and respond to any that you may have there. Back into his own zone with the puck there is Wombolt. He turns it back, but then it ends up hitting the referee. Mercer now has to come all the way back down to the corner to try and grab it. 4 players in there battling. Mercer gets to it. Plays it as far as the line. Blanchard holds it in. Now Mercer able to knock it past him. Mercer gets to the puck there just ahead of Williams. Or that was Sutherland, And now played out to center. Dumped back in again. It'll come off the end board. Sutherland there to pick up, but no, it's going to be an icing call. So we'll get another stoppage with just under 6.5 minutes gone here in the first period. So again, you can get me through Twitter. You can get me through Facebook. You can get me through the MJ Network. Any one of those three, let me know, hey, where are you watching from? Who are you cheering for? If you want to send a particular shout out to a particular player, the player won't hear it during the game, of course, but if they watch the game back on YouTube later, they might hear it. Puck gets to the line, held in there by Blanchard. He'll send it around. Mac Wallace will pick up. Mac, I believe, the younger brother of Ben. If I'm incorrect on that, somebody please do correct me. But I do believe that Mac and Ben are brothers. There's Mac down to get the puck in the corner. He takes a bump there from Pellerin. Puck comes to the line. Sutherland trying to go D to D with it. Almost dangerously picked off by Radford. Radford did enough to help get it out of the zone, but wasn't able to control the interception enough to get a breakaway out of it. Here's Blanchard working back up again. Now fires it off the wall. Beardsmore and Rose play catch back and forth, and then it's played out to center. Now Beardsmore kicks it ahead. Trying to get to it there was Langlois, but he couldn't, and Blanchard will get it the other way. His pass deflected by Mercer. Blanchard gets it back. Now he'll dump it in and peel off for a change as Mac Wallace goes in forechecking against Beardsmore. Beardsmore able to get away from there, gets the pass ahead. It goes off the linesman's skate, and Countway has to go back and pick up. Countway plays it around to the near corner. Pilgrim Edwards is there to get it. He plays it back, or takes it back to the line, then plays it across to the far side for Rose. Rose with the shot. The deflection by Mercer, but the deflection ended up taking quite a bit of power off of that shot, and Lisa Mumbercat able to easily see it and make the stop with 7:53 gone here in the first period. Still looking for the first goal of this game. There's a pass out in front, goes off the side of the net, deflects over to Ben Wallace. He gets it up to Vora. Vora trying to work around Rose. Rose able to take him down. Smith comes over to help out for the Weeks. Bumps Pilgrim Edwards there. 5 players in there battling. Pilgrim Edwards comes out with it. Pilgrim Edwards trying to get it ahead for Langlois. As Langlois playing forward now. At the beginning of the night, is Pellerin? I thought for sure Oh, no, Pellerin and Wombolt are a defensive pair. That's right. No, Pellerin was a forward, I thought. Oh, boy. That's what happens when my brain starts. No, Pellerin's lined up as a defenseman on the bench there. Anyway, Wallace gets the puck knocked away from him. Manos battling in there. Now Pilgrim Edwards with it, behind the net. Long pass ahead, intended for Garson, but that's not going to work as Garson was too far behind the pass. Pilgrim Edwards trying to use the boards to spring him, but just not quite able to connect. 11-11 on the clock. Everybody make a wish. McLean wins it back. Blanchard with the shot. That ends up going off of Pilgrim Edwards. And now Garson comes out with the puck, uses the boards to get it down into the weak zone. Blanchard first one on it. He gets it up to Hunter. Hunter not able to clear. And now over to pick up is Normando. Normando coming in, and a big kick save made by Mumberket. Pass across for Garson. Garson with a shot, blocked by Blanchard, down into the corner. Pilgrim Edwards gets it back to Garson, to the line for Lorden. He plays it back down the wall to Garson. Now to Normando behind the net. Out to Garson again. Back to Normando. He tries to get it to the front, intended for Foster, but it doesn't connect. Now Normando out front for Garson. And that shot gets blocked. Weeks able to clear the zone. Kavanaugh gets it to Lorden. Lorden plays it into the Weeks end. Blanchard flips it right back out again. It rolls through to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh has it, his clearing attempt blocked by Moser, but it ends up back on the stick of Lorden. Now Lorden will carry it up. Lorden gains the blue line, then dumps the puck deep. First one to it will be Countway. Countway has the puck dribble off of his stick, and it ends up getting picked up there by Green. And then there was a shot taken by Jenkins, but that gets cleared away. Then Jenkins and Sullivan collide at center ice. Neither of them intentionally initiated the hit, as it was away from the puck. Now here's Langlois with a shot, and the save made by Mumberket, and she'll hang on for a face-off just over halfway through the first period here. Still looking for the first goal of this game. Just a quick note that there are 4 games on the schedule today. One of them was a 6 o'clock start up in Port Hood. Halifax visiting the Cape Breton West Islanders. The other games, all 7 o'clock starts, just like this one. Sydney Mitsubishi Rush at the Coltec Valley Wildcats. The Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack at the UPS South Shore, or UPS Store South Shore Mustangs. And then, of course, this one. And then tomorrow, a noon start for Cole Harbour visiting the Weeks, and we'll have that game for you here on Petter Pictou Sports. At 1 o'clock, Halifax will still be in Port Hood, taking on Cape Breton West for the second of their weekend set. At 1:15 in Dartmouth, the UPS Store South Shore Mustangs will visit Steele Subaru, and Sydney will finish their weekend set in Valley at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon when they take on the Wildcats. And there is your schedule for this weekend for the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League. Icing against Steele Subaru once again. Green now to take the draw against McLean. McLean won it, but Green ends up with it. Green goes to dump it in. It goes off the body of Edwards. Or Andrews, excuse me. And now coming the other way with it, here is Sutherland. Sutherland with some speed. Sutherland, backhand shot, steered away by Hawko. Sutherland in the corner, sends it around to the near side. First one onto it will be Andrews. He takes a bump, and the puck goes back to Beardsmore. Beardsmore able to play it around to the far side, where Radford picks up his pass for Andrews. Here comes Andrews coming in. Andrews with a shot. That gets blocked by Sutherland. And Sutherland, or that wasn't Blanchard, excuse me, who made the block, sending it the other way. Now the Weeks come in, but as McLean made the pass, Mac Wallace ended up just a step ahead of the play, and so that's going to be an offside against the Weeks. With exactly 8 minutes on the clock. Still looking for the first goal in this one. Smith in to take the draw against Mercer. Those two captains will probably see a lot of each other tonight. Here's Sullivan with the puck now. His pass ahead goes through everybody, but Rose will turn it back the other way. He gets it forward for Langlois. Langlois has it knocked away from him. And Vora plays it back to Countway. Countway taking a look. Now his pass ahead goes through everybody. And that's going to be an icing call against the Weeks with 7:34 left to go here in the first. And again, should mention the game tomorrow against the Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack will be available right here at 360 Live. Go to 360.live and then just look for the icon that shows the league logo and indicates the right game. And if you're ever looking for archived games that we've done here at Pictou Sports, they're all on the 360 Live channel at youtube.com. Here comes Pilgrim Edwards coming in. With the shot, he puts that one right off the post. Great chance there for Pilgrim Edwards. But the iron helps out Mumberket just enough to keep it tied up at Donuts. Here's Kavanaugh with it now. Kavanaugh nearly loses it, now does lose it as the Weeks come the other way. Tucker trying to get a pass across. It ends up going through everybody. Kavanaugh will be the first one to it. Gets it as far as the line. Held in for a moment there by McKinnon. But then it's sent out. Trying to get onto it was Manos. He knocked it to the wall just enough. Now McKinnon gets it back out. Gathered in by Pellerin. He'll play it ahead. And Manos back to pick up. Plays it around to the far side. Kind of fanned on his pass attempt a little bit. That allowed Normando to step in. But McKinnon able to get away. Now his pass intercepted by Garson. And it's a 3-on-1 coming back in. Pass in for Foster. And he has it go off his skate and deflect wide. Now played out to center again. Wombolt looking to dump it back in. It's knocked down by Manos. Then he gets a stick up underneath his chin strap there as Wombolt's stick came up and caught him in the throat. Certainly not intentional. But the fact of the matter is there was a stick that did come up underneath and catch Manos in the throat. We'll keep an eye on Ben Manos, make sure he's okay. Yes, thank you, Sean Mercer. For some reason, I had got it in my head that it was the other way around. Sean Mercer sending me a tweet just telling me that Pellerin is defense, Langlois is forward. Yeah, somehow in my head I got them reversed from when I saw them at the showcase weekend. I had Pellerin in my head as a forward and not the other way around. And then sometimes when I get an idea in my head, even if it's wrong, it just sticks there and won't leave. And then even though I see the evidence that it's wrong, still don't want to believe it. Jenkins plays it back to the line for Wombolt. Wombolt cutting towards the front. Now it gets that knocked down, and here comes Sears. Sears trying to get a step. Sears still with the puck, gets the shot away. Hocko able to close the door. Great chance there for Kieran Sears. And Hocko able to make the save and hang on. Or make the save, didn't have to hang on actually, as he ended up sliding back into the post and knocking the net off of its moorings. 5:04 left to go here in the first period. Still looking for the first goal in this one. Draw one back to Ben Wallace. He plays it over to Countway. Countway's shot blocked by Rose, and Rose will send it out to center where Countway chases it down, then gives to Sullivan. Sullivan, his pass ahead, deflected forward by Williams. That was Mac Wallace, not Ben Wallace, excuse me. Sullivan playing it ahead. Beardsmore playing it back out. Now Sullivan, that's an offside as the puck ended up coming into Garrett McLean. So with 4:40 left to go here in the first, we'll get a face-off inside the neutral zone. Dumped back in. Out of his net to play it is Hocko. He leaves it there for Beardsmore, who will get it up to Andrews at the near wall. Andrews goes far side to Rose. Rose dumps the puck in. Mumberket comes out of the net, settles it down, then goes to play it to Sullivan. LeBlanc right in there on the forecheck. Battling behind the net. Coming away with it is McLean rather. He gave to Mac Wallace, who gave it right back to McLean. Now McLean working down the wall, got stopped up and around the half boards. Now it's played to the line and out as Manos couldn't hold it on side. Radford dumps it in onto Mumberket. Mumberket plays it over to McKinnon. McKinnon sees Pilgrim Edwards coming in on the forecheck, then comes out from behind the net. Coughed up the puck at his own blue line as Mercer and Langwall work together to knock it away from him. And now it's dumped back in deep. Mercer goes to get it in the corner. Tries to make a centering pass. It's deflected. Comes back to the line. Kavanaugh sending it down towards the far side corner. McKinnon, the first one there. He plays it over to the near side. And it's dumped out to center. Lorden has Mac Wallace all over him. Reese Smith comes in to help out. Now Wallace has the puck. Fires a sharp angle shot. And it gets deflected, goes up over the glass and out of play. And we'll get a stoppage with 3:20 left here in period number 1. Face off to the left of goaltender Joey Hocko. And if anyone from the league happens to be watching this broadcast, I will try and get an email sent out to make you guys aware of the issue as well. But if anyone from the league happens to be watching this broadcast right now, you should note that there is that issue with the goaltender stats. You've got Joey Hocko and Joe Hocko listed as two different goalies. Obviously, it's the same goalie, but he's got two different sets of stats. That's something that you do need to look at and fix. Garson dumps the puck in. Played around to the near side. Foster was there to get it. He sends it back down to the corner. Normando pokes it over to the far side. Blanchard will be there. He turns to try and get away from the check of Normando. Now gets it out to center. Pellerin brings it back, or sends it back in, but a delayed offside gives Smith time to get organized. Then he gives to Blanchard, who takes a hit from Normando. Blanchard didn't see Normando coming. Fortunately for the Weeks, they were still able to maintain control of the puck. Voren now to Smith with a shot, and that goes wide. Normando bringing it back up the other way. Has it knocked off his stick, and then the puck rolls to Countway. He'll play it back to Sullivan, backing up into his own zone. Lead pass gets deflected and goes right on to Hocko, who settles it for Camden Pellerin. Pellerin gets past Hunter the first time, then gives the puck over to Green. Green will make a pass back to Jenkins, back down to Green again. Green knocked off the puck by Countway, gets it back, then has the puck knocked away from him again and chases it down a second time. Now in behind the net, getting to it is Sullivan, but he ends up putting it right into the feet of Mercer. Now to Jenkins in the corner. 90 seconds left to go here in the first period. Mercer gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins can't get his shot through. Now McLean just avoids a hit from Mercer. Then gets a hit from Jenkins as he played the puck ahead. There's a shot that goes wide. Mercer gets to it at the far wall, sends it back down where Jenkins comes over to pick up. He loses it to McLean, but McLean puts it right on the stick of Green. Green plays it back to the line for Pellerin. There's a shot, he scores! Camden Pellerin with the shot from the point, and he's able to put it over the shoulder of Lisa Mumberket. I don't think Mumberket could see it. And Camden Pellerin, with 1:02 left to go in the first period, gets his fourth goal, 7th point of the season. And it's 1-0 for Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Here's McKinnon with the puck. Plays it into the Steele zone. Beardsmore gives to Andrews. Andrews will flip it down into the Weeks end. Back to get it. There is McKinnon. Moser gets it ahead for McLaughlin. He can't control. They give the goal to Pellerin unassisted. Here's Beardsmore with it now. Beardsmore with a shot. That hits a body in front. Comes off the boards, and there's right to Andrews. And with 27 seconds left in the period, it's now 2-0. And this has been the Weeks' Achilles heel all season, as when they give up a goal, it's not uncommon for them to then give up another one in relatively short order. That's happened to them a fair bit this season. 2 goals, this time coming 35 seconds apart. Camden Pellerin his 4th, and now for Liam Andrews, his first goal, first point at the U18 level, and they got the puck for him as well. And there should be an assist on that one. I believe it was Beardsmore who took the shot from the point. So they give LeBlanc an assist. I thought there would be a second assist as well on that, but apparently not. So it is Liam Andrews' first goal, first point of the season, assisted by LeBlanc at 19:33 after Camden Pellerin at 18:58 to make it 2-0 after 20 minutes. Shots on goal in the first period favor the Dartmouth Steele Subaru 8-5. And 2 goals, 35 seconds apart, give us the 2-0 scoreline that we have after 20 minutes. We're going to take a break, come back, get you ready for the second period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League action on Pictou Sports through 360 Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second period here between the Weeks Majors and Dartmouth Steele Subaru. It's Steele leading it by a score of 2-0 after the opening 20 minutes, after a pair of goals coming just 35 seconds apart. And I know I'm starting to sound a bit like a broken record when I say this, but that is the area that the Weeks really need to improve upon, is that first and second shift immediately after giving up a goal, to not allow a goal against to turn into 2 or 3 or 4 goals against. This time it turned into 2, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but perhaps they're a little bit fortunate that the period came to an end just 27 seconds after that second goal, because the Steele Subaru were putting some pressure on again and could have very well turned that into a 2 or 3 or a 3 or 4 goal exhibit there. So the Weeks certainly need to have a little bit better of a bounce back after giving up a goal to make sure that it doesn't become 3 or 4. That has been their Achilles heel this season, and it is something they really need to work on to try and turn around this stretch of 4 losses in their last 5 games. You look at the game against Sydney last Saturday. They gave up 4 goals in the first period. 3 of those came in a stretch of about 5 minutes. They gave up 3 goals in the third period. Those 3 also came in a stretch of approximately 5 or 6 minutes. So that's, got to be something that they look at as an area where they need to improve. As we get ready for the start of this second period, for Steele Subaru, I think they have to be pretty happy with the way they played that first period as a road period, having a little bit more of the pressure on the Crushers. They were able to do what they wanted to do and do much of it with a lot of freedom to get their forecheck going, to create offensive zone pressure, to do all those things. And, a very good first period overall for Dartmouth. It didn't show up on the scoreboard until those last, 62 seconds, but it did end up showing up on the scoreboard in those last 62 seconds. As the second period gets going, it's played back to Kavanaugh with the draw won by Mercer. And again, Mercer this time taking the draw against the Weeks, putting out a bit more of their energy line and drawing a penalty here in the opening few seconds. Moser with a shot, save made. Rebound gets picked up by McLaughlin. McLaughlin plays it down to, that was McLean. So it's McLean, McLaughlin, and Ben Wallace. A different combination out there than was out in the first period. And as Dartmouth finally touches the puck, we'll get the first penalty of the game. And it's going to go against Andrew Lorden. And 2 minutes for tripping. So the Weeks, who, as we mentioned, have scored just 4 power play goals so far, or 5 power play goals so far this season in 11 games. So this a chance to, although that's not going to help as they ice the puck. So 13 seconds into the penalty, and the Weeks will have a defensive zone faceoff to deal with. Matt Vora leading the way with 2 power play goals. Cade Moser, Aiden Tucker, and Dawson Blanchard with the others. As Smith gets the puck, he'll take it back behind the net, set it up there for McKinnon, and now Drew McKinnon will carry forward. McKinnon plays it to Vora. Vora goes to make a pass. That gets knocked down off the leg of Garson, but back on it is McKinnon. There's a shot, and Moser able to put it over the shoulder of Joey Hocko. And the Weeks have pulled to within one. It is 2-1. A big goal there for Cade Moser, his second power play goal of the season, his fourth goal and 9th point overall. Pulls the Weeks to within one. And we talked about the power play needing to improve, and sure enough, there it happens. 39 seconds into the power play, the Weeks get the goal. As here comes Tucker now. McKinnon and Vora get the assists. There's a shot that ends up hitting Tucker in front. Rose trying to get to it, but getting there just ahead of him was Hunter. Hunter couldn't do anything with it, though, and it's played out around the boards and down the ice. Blanchard will come back and pick up, just over 2 minutes gone. So that goal, once again, Cade Moser, his fourth goal, 9th point of the season, assisted by Drew McKinnon and Matt Vora on the power play at 1:17. And the Weeks off to a very good start here in this period. 5 shots on goal in the first 2 minutes and 14 seconds, and certainly having the power play helped with that. But just a different energy level for these Weeks coming out of the dressing room. Here's Jenkins with the puck now. As that's played around the boards, goes off the skate of the referee. Hunter gets to it. He plays it to McLean, who gets it across to the near side. McKinnon pushes it ahead. Manos tries to knock the puck down. Now it's picked up by McKinnon as there was a delayed offside, so Dartmouth had to back up. McKinnon now trying to poke the puck around Lorden. It does eventually get kicked down into the corner, and back to get it will be Jenkins. Jenkins plays it to Pilgrim Edwards. Pilgrim Edwards takes a hit from McLaughlin. So it was back to Kavanaugh, now to Lorden. He plays it off the boards and out. Sullivan backing up with it. Tried to make a pass, and it ends up hitting Jenkins, bouncing out and then back into the zone. So it results in an offside against Steele Subaru. 3:08 gone here in the second period. And Andrews, LeBlanc, and Radford come out for Steele Subaru. Sears with the puck, plays it ahead. Moser trying to knock it down with his stick way up in the air. And the puck sent into the Dartmouth zone. Pellerin will play it back the other way. Radford deflects it down. Countway gets to it. Radford right there with him. Radford creates the turnover. Now it's back to the line for Pellerin. Pellerin's shot blocked by McLaughlin. As McLaughlin is having a very good start to this period. Here's Moser now. Plays it off the boards. Pellerin able to get it past Sears. McLaughlin then swings and misses, but gets enough of the puck to send it back in across the line. It ends up resulting in an offside with 3:49 gone here in the second period. As Mercer drops his stick just before the face-off. Has a little bit of a chuckle with the linesman about it. Now Langlois brings it in across the line. That pass broken up by Sutherland. And out with it is McLean. Garrett McLean in across the blue line. McLean sends it into the corner, picked up there by Williams. He tries to work a cycle with Sutherland. It's played back to the line to Blanchard. He gets it back down the wall for McLean. Beardsmore in there for Steele Subaru along with Pilgrim Edwards. Pilgrim Edwards will come out with it, get the puck out of the zone, and carry it all the way up and into the Weeks end. Pilgrim Edwards with the shot, and he scores! What a shot by Blake Pilgrim Edwards. Right over the shoulder of Mumbercat. And for Pilgrim Edwards, that's goal number 3, point number 11 on the season, making it 3-1, the scoreline. Here's Lorden with it now. Lorden dumps it in, goes all the way around. LeBlanc lets it go to Pilgrim Edwards. I believe we might see an assist on that goal, but quite possibly not, as well, as Pilgrim Edwards came out of the scrum with it and then went up the ice and fired the shot. Here's Vora getting it to Wallace. So they give assist to both Mercer and Langlois, even though there was a scrum for the... I don't understand how assists get handed out sometimes. I really don't. Pilgrim Edwards comes out of the scrum himself, carries the puck up ice, fires a shot, and scores. And 2 assists get given out. A shot from the point gets taken, the puck comes off the end boards, bounces out, the puck gets saved, the rebound gets deflected by one person and then shot by another, and only the person who deflected it gets an assist, not the person who took the initial shot. I don't understand. I really don't. Here's McLean with a shot, and what a play by Garson to get over and make that block. And I know, complaining about the refs, because they're the ones who give the assist to the guys in the booth, or in the penalty boxes. We're going to get a penalty here against the Weeks as they touch the puck. And I thought I heard him say hook. And that is indeed 2 minutes for hooking. And it's Garrett McLean who's going to go off. I know it's easy to complain about the refs from up here, but sometimes they really do make you shake your head. So Dartmouth, who have 5 power play goals on the season coming into tonight out of 8 games, and again, there's a shot. We don't know what their power play actual percentage is, nor do we know what the Week's penalty kill percentage is. There's a shot, save made off the blocker of Mumbercat. Now another shot that gets deflected, comes into the corner. Wombolt picks up there. Back to Pellerin at the point. Down to Garson. Garson goes cross ice looking for Foster, but Foster swings and misses. And that puck gets deflected out. Here comes a chance now, but Wombolt able to get to it just ahead of Ty Hunter. If Hunter had been able to get onto that puck, could have been a glorious shorthanded scoring chance. Puck cleared back down the ice a second time. Pellerin will go back and pick up with 1:05 left to go in the penalty. Pellerin in across the line as they come across 4 wide. There's a shot, save made by Mumbercat. Pellerin goes to play it back in front again. Bouncing puck, trying to get settled down. It comes back to Beardsmore. He'll play it down to Green, back to Beardsmore again. Back down to Green. Green looking for a lane. His shot gets deflected, goes into the corner. Mercer picks up. Mercer to Beardsmore. Beardsmore gives to Green. Green with a shot as he was looking to go short side, but it goes up into the glass. Pellerin now back down to Mercer again. Return to Pellerin. Over to Mercer. Mercer with a shot, blocked by Manos. Now a pass deflected, but Beardsmore able to recover. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Mercer takes a bump. Puck ends up underneath him. He's trying to get up to get it moved. Now down into the corner, in behind the net. 7 seconds left in the penalty. Green comes out with it. Green across to Beardsmore. Beardsmore skating in, takes a shot. Save made. Puck is loose. In behind the net, trying to get it out to the front. But it'll be picked up by Moser, and he gets it ahead, and now out with it comes Williams. Williams stops, waiting for help. Tried to get a pass to McLean. Doesn't connect. And now we're going to get a penalty against Hunter as he got his stick into the feet of Radford. And so it's going to be back-to-back tripping penalties against the Weeks here. They kill off one, and then exactly 20 seconds later, they take another one. So Steele Subaru with their second power play chance. In relatively quick succession. Here's Radford with the puck to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh goes across to the far side for Lorden. Down to LeBlanc, back to Lorden, to Radford. Radford coming in, goes short side and scores! Vincent Radford on the power play. That's his first power play goal of the season. In fact, it's his first goal and first point of the season to make it 4-1. The sixth power play goal for the Steele Subaru altogether. 6 different players with those goals. Ben Mercer, Cody Garson, Ryan Langlois, Camden Pellerin, Jake Beardsmore, and now Vincent Radford. And just waiting for confirmation on the assists. There should definitely be 2 assists this time, as there was some nice passing that was taking place prior to Radford's goal. And they only give 1 assist this time, and it's Liam Andrews, even though Andrews received a pass. But again, you know, in an ideal world, but I mean, hockey at this level being what it is, and I mean, this is great hockey, don't get me wrong. This is the best hockey at this age group in this province. This is the major U18 league. But there just aren't enough officials to have somebody whose job it is just to maybe sit and watch the game and keep track of goals and assists and whatnot. Because I feel like there are players who do get shortchanged. I mean, over the course of a season, it probably balances out. You might get an assist that you didn't actually earn one night and then not get an assist that you should have gotten another night, and maybe over the course of a season it does pretty much balance out. But it sure feels sometimes like some of these, and I mean, the officials have so much to try and watch. They're watching for penalties. They're watching all these things. They can't necessarily keep track of all of that as Mercer comes in and gives Countway a hit. But Vora ends up with the loose puck. Now he plays it ahead. That pass a little too far in front of his intended target. Rose with it now. Rose tries to make a play, but it's knocked down by Ben Wallace. Rose gets it back, gives to Pellerin. He'll play it to Pilgrim Edwards. And Pilgrim Edwards, long lead pass for Langlois. Langlois will send it in. Countway knocks it down, plays it over to Sullivan. Up for Smith. Smith has Vora coming with him, plays it over to Wallace. Wallace with a shot, and that goes just off the outside of the net. Now in the near corner, Smith gets it to Vora. Vora being watched by Beardsmore. Vora gets it out in front for Wallace. He scores! Ben Wallace, welcome back to Pictou County. So that one should go Wallace from Vora and Smith. So we'll just have to wait and see. And for Ben Wallace, that's his first goal, first point in his first game back as a member of the Weeks. Wallace from Vora in Smith is what it should be, and we'll have to wait and see what actually gets announced on this. Smith from the corner to Vora behind the net to Wallace out front. So just the one assist given. So as that's cleared down the ice, that's going to be an icing call against Steele Subaru, as the score now 4-2. As the referee trying to tell the Weeks they can't make a change, but it was the Steele Subaru icing. And good on the ref when he realized that he made the mistake. He, said, pointed to his own chest and said, "Oh, my bad." And good on the Weeks for, not overreacting to a mistake. There's a pass. Green tried a one-timer. It comes all the way back to the line to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets it down into the corner. Green lets it go through. Manos plays it out to center. Sent back up. Here's Green. He'll play it ahead. Langlois across to the far side for Jenkins, who sends it down low. Back into the corner. Puck is picked up by McKinnon. He gets trying to get away from Jenkins. McKinnon plays it ahead. Glove down by Sears. His pass goes into the feet of Mosier. Sears gets it back again, then plays it across to the near side. Manis will dump it down. Back to Lorden. Lorden working his way ahead. Now McLean has it knocked off his stick. Countway back to pick up. Tried to get it ahead for Tucker. Tucker can't quite get it before Beardsmore. As Beardsmore works the puck ahead, Countway able to get to it. He plays it around. Sullivan ties up there with Andrews. Now LeBlanc plays it back to the line. Beardsmore comes to the near side for Rose. Rose with the shot. Blocker save made by Mumberket, and she'll send it up over the glass and out of play for a stoppage with 5:36 left to go here in the second period. Back to the line, Rose sends it around the boards. Andrews will get to it. He takes a bump there from Sutherland. Coming in to help out LeBlanc, but Sutherland comes out with the puck, and now out come the Weeks. Here's Vora. He's got Smith and Sutherland with him. Vora coming towards the net, but Rose able to deflect the puck up over the glass and out of play. And we'll get another stoppage. 5:14 left to go here in period number 2. 2 goals by Steele in the first, 2 goals by each team here in the second to bring us to this 4-2 scoreline. Lorden behind the net. Takes a bump. The puck comes right on in front. There's a chance, and Hocko had to be quick to make that stop. as a bit of a miscue there by Lorden, sending the puck out in front of his own net. And the Weeks not able to take advantage. They do get another offensive zone faceoff out of it, but not able to push it past Joey Hocko and break the margin back down to 1 again. As mentioned, Steele scored twice in the first to go ahead 2-0. Weeks had the first goal of this second period, pulling it back to within 2-1. Then 2 more for Steele Subaru brought the lead up to 4-1, now 4-2 as Wallace fires that one wide. Ben Wallace with his first goal since returning to Pictou County. Puck played to the line and just held in by Blanchard. Now Ben Wallace takes a hit from Pellerin, and Wombolt will come over and pick up the puck. Wombolt out from behind his net. Plays it up for Radford. Radford couldn't get that one. It rolls all the way through to Blanchard. He'll play it across for Manos. Manos will dump it in. Icing is indicated and will be called against the Weeks as Manos was stood up just on his own side of center. So we'll get a stoppage with 4:17 left to go. Wallace trying to buy a few extra seconds before Smith comes in to take the draw. And that was all that was about there, with Ben Wallace lining up at the faceoff dot with his stick way across. That was about just buying all of the rest of his team an extra 2 or 3 seconds to breathe before the faceoff was actually taken. It was always going to be Reese Smith who was intended to take that draw. I feel like, I mean, it doesn't delay the game that much. And it is a stall tactic that is legal within the way the rules are currently written. But I would love, here comes a chance for Langlois. Another chance for Langlois on his deflection. Now there's a third. Couple of saves by Mumbercat. And the puck cleared away. Just to finish that thought, the whole point of not being allowed to make a line change on an icing is that you're being, one of the consequences is you got to leave those tired legs out there. You shouldn't be allowed to intentionally put a guy in the face-off dot just to get him thrown out so that you buy yourself a few extra seconds. That shouldn't be allowed to take place. But I'd love to see something worked into the rules where you cannot intentionally, after an icing, get thrown out of the face-off dot. Here's McLean with the puck now. 2.5 left to go here. Second period. McLean trying to work his way through. He does. Gets a shot away. Hocko makes the save. And the puck comes all the way back out to Foster. Foster using the boards to try and work his way around Blanchard. Blanchard able to get his stick on the puck. Foster got to it behind the net. Plays it out for Garson. His pass intended for Rose, broken up there by Williams. But Rose chases it down and dumps it back in. Countway now. Around the boards, Mac Wallace gets to it. Gets it to the line and out. Moser racing for it. Working against Normando. Normando gets there first. Mac Wallace just keeping it onside. Now Foster plays it ahead for Garson. Here comes Garson. Garson back for Foster. But Blanchard able to do enough to get his stick in the way of that and not allow a shot with 1:45 left to go here in the second period. I don't know how exactly you fix that. Maybe, but I would love to see that you're not allowed to get yourself intentionally thrown out of the face-off circle after an icing. Puck comes back to the line. Pellerin. His shot ends up hitting Foster on the backside and then deflecting just up over the net. Pellerin now Tries to get a second shot away. He can't, and it gets to the end boards. Sullivan. Pellerin knocks it down, knocks the clearing attempt down. Now McLaughlin trying to make a pass. That gets broken up. McLaughlin gets it back again. Plays it over to Sears, to Moser, back to McLaughlin. 4-on-2 coming in. McLaughlin with the shot, and that's blockered away. Now coming the other way. Here's a pass for Mercer. Mercer fans on a shot attempt. Gets the puck to the front of the net. It's batted away. 43 seconds left to go here, second period. Lorden ahead for Green. Green, as the Steele Subaru tried to get a little too cute with that. Green to Jenkins, tried to get it back to Green. I think Jenkins had plenty of net to shoot at himself, but elected to make the pass instead, and they don't even get a shot out of it. Now there's a shot, and that gets steered aside by Hocko. 18 seconds left in the period. Puck sent down the ice. And icing will be called with 11.3 on the clock now. And if the Weeks are able to come back in this game, how much might that play be looked at as a key moment in this game, as Jenkins and Green try to get a little bit too cute with that one. One extra pass that they really didn't need to make. Here's Blanchard now. 6 seconds left in the period. Weeks need to be quick if they want to get a shot away. Here's a chance for McKinnon. Doesn't get much on it, and they're not able to get one on target before the period comes to an end. They did get plenty of them on target in that second period. 14 shots on goal, giving them 19 for the two-period total. The Steele Subaru get 10 shots to give them a two-period total of 18. Your score at the end of two periods, it is Steele 4, Weeks 2, as the Steele got goals from Blake Pilgrim-Edwards and Vincent Radford. The Weeks getting goals from Cade Moser and Ben Wallace. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League action here on Pictou Sports through 360 Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the third period here between the Weeks Majors and the Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Steele Subaru continue to lead it 4-2. They Weeks pulled to within one early in the period with a power play goal. Cade Mosier scoring that one to make it 2-1, but then back-to-back goals by Steele Subaru. Blake Pilgrim-Edwards with a shot that got over the shoulder of Lisa Mumberket. And then a power play goal from Vincent Radford after a nice passing play. Made it 4-1. And then the Weeks get one back. Ben Wallace, his first goal after returning home, gives the Weeks a little bit of life here, trailing still by 2. But as the old saying goes, you're saying there's a chance, because they do trail by only 2. And obviously one of the keys is going to be, as I say so many times, the first 5 minutes of this third period could be a big difference maker. We saw it last week in the Sunday game for the Weeks as they were trailing going into that third period. They scored early. They picked up a few goals. They picked up 3 goals in the third period. They were trailing by 3 going into the third in that one. Came back to tie up the game. Ended up losing in overtime. But we're able to come back and get a point out of it anyway, which obviously that was a big key for them as these standings are so close. So the first 5 minutes will be vital here for the Weeks. So here we go. Smith, Ben Wallace, and Vora, the line for the Weeks to get this third period started. It's the line of Jenkins, Green, and Mercer. Mercer didn't take the draw as he's playing left wing on this line with Jenkins and Green. Weeks get the puck into the Dartmouth zone to get things started. Here's Jenkins with the puck. He plays it ahead. Green will knock it the rest of the way down the ice. Mumberket settles it there for Blanchard. 40 seconds gone here in the third. Blanchard, lead pass. In across the line is Vora. Vora makes a move, now gets it across to the near side where Wallace is. Wallace with the shot. Smith was there looking for a rebound, but Hawko makes sure that there is not a rebound to be had. But the Weeks do get an early offensive zone face-off. Off of the draw, there's a chance, but Tucker couldn't quite find the puck. And now played out, Garson chasing it down, gets there ahead of McLean. Garson loses his footing. Foster comes out with it, gets a shot away. I don't know if Mumberket actually saw it, but was able to get her pad in front of it and make the save. A reminder once again, we'll have another game from this very same spot tomorrow. 12 o'clock puck drop, 11:30 will be the start of our broadcast for the warm-up. as the Weeks will take on Cole Harbour tomorrow. Another close battle in the standings, as coming into tonight, the Weeks are just 1 point ahead of Cole Harbour. There's Hunter getting it across for Tucker, and what a save by Hocko! Oh my goodness! And we're going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty against who? It'll go against Hocko, and someone from the ice is going to have to serve it. I don't know what he said or did after he made that save. It's going to be served by Normando. So the Weeks will get a power play here. They did score on their first power play opportunity of the night. I don't know what was said or done to warrant that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. He must have said something, because he certainly didn't do anything that I saw from up here. Here's Edwards now. I'm pretty sure it's Normando serving Hocko's penalty. They announced it as a penalty to Hocko, or to Normando. But the way the referee pointed and then pointed around indicating it has to be someone from the ice, made it look like it was the goalie's penalty. Meanwhile, here's a great penalty kill for the Steele Subaru, as they've kept the Weeks hemmed in their own zone for just about the full first minute of it. And it's dumped down the ice again, and Mumberket will cover up with Mercer right there. 47 seconds left in the power play. McLean and LeBlanc to take the draw. It's LeBlanc, Edwards, Beardsmore, and Rose who are the penalty killing unit right now. Blanchard gives to McLean. McLean trying to skate through two players. Gives the puck to Ben Wallace. Wallace gets it to Tucker. Tucker takes it behind the net. Aiden Tucker. Back to McLean. Cross to Wallace. Back across for Hunter. Now back to the line. Blanchard. His stick breaks as he takes the shot. The puck was still loose, but the referee blew it down. Bit of bad luck there for the Weeks, as the shot from Blanchard didn't get nearly as much on it as he would have liked, obviously, since he shattered his stick in half. Still 16 seconds left in the penalty. Hunter gets to the puck on the wall, plays it back to the line to Sullivan, return to Hunter. Pass across, broken up there. And coming out with it is Andrews. He's got LeBlanc with him. Andrews trying to get a pass to LeBlanc, but he passed it on to the wrong side of him. Now McLean nearly overskates the puck, recovers enough to get it to Hunter. We're back to 5-on-5. Having trouble finding the puck is Pellerin. Now it's sent behind the net. Tucker will get an angle on it, protect the puck enough. And now Tucker gets it back again, trying to play it out for McLean. It comes back to the line to Sullivan. His shot gets blocked by Radford. Into the corner. Pellerin will send it up and out to center. Getting to it is Radford, just ahead of Sullivan. Radford takes a sharp angle shot. That gets steered aside, goes up into the end glass. Countway going after it. Pokes it ahead. It gets past Green. Wombolt now with the shot. That's deflected and goes wide. Pellerin sends it down into the corner. Gets the return pass. Another shot. That one gets blocked by Williams. And Williams lost his glove for a second. Got it back. Now they score! Passed out in front. I think it was Green who finished it off. A quick pass out in front. And Dartmouth, Steele Subaru with the 3-goal lead. Delayed offside against Steele Subaru. They quickly get back, touch up. Now the puck played ahead to Williams. Williams will dump it in deep. Hawko settles it down there. Okay, and all played back down for Manos. Manos will flip it ahead. Wallace does not get a piece of that puck, so it's going to be an icing call. As it's Ben Mercer announced as the goal scorer. So Mercer from Jenkins. And for Mercer, that's his second point of the night, his 8th goal, 14th point of the season. Jenkins with the assist on that one. I thought perhaps Green got in on it as well, but apparently not. Here's Foster now to Garson. He tries to get it out front for Normando. It's deflected, goes all the way to the line. Kavanaugh sends it down into the corner. Williams and Sears with a bit of a miscommunication there. Now finally Williams touches the puck and brings it out. He's got Mac Wallace with him, drops back to Mac Wallace. Wallace gets it to Sears. Sears, though, was tied up by Lorden. And Steele come back out the other way. Behind the net, picking it up was Blanchard. He plays it over into the corner for Sutherland, who gets it out to Mac Wallace. Wallace will dump it down the ice. Beardsmore back to pick up, nearing 6 minutes gone here in the third. Beardsmore, long lead pass, just out of the reach of Mercer, and that's going to be an icing call. As the Weeks with a 3-goal deficit now to try to work their way out of. We saw them come back from a 3-goal deficit just last Sunday. The difference was they made that 3-goal deficit into 2 within the first minute or two of the third period. Passed ahead. Mercer has it knocked away from him, but then Mercer gives Ben Wallace a shot. Now Beardsmore plays it across to Langlois. Langlois across center, across the blue line, gets it in deep, comes around behind the net. Mumberket leaves it there for McKinnon, but then Mumberket ended up losing her glove and the official stopping play immediately. And that's one rule that I absolutely love at this level of hockey, and I think it goes up all the way now to the very top professionals as well. If it doesn't, it definitely should. That if a goalie loses a piece of equipment, play is blown dead immediately. I know it is if they lose their helmet at any level, but it should be if they lose their glove or their blocker too. Obviously not their stick. That's a whole... I'm talking about the equipment that is actually used to protect them and keep them from injury. Not the stick, because that's... Some of the most exciting plays sometimes happen when the goalie's having to work with a defenseman's stick instead of their own. Here's Pellerin. They'll play it over to the near side. It'll be picked up by Wumbolt. He'll play it ahead now. It gets past Andrews to LeBlanc. LeBlanc settled it down. Andrews picked up, but then 3 Weeks run into each other. And the puck gets over to Pellerin. He'll play it ahead. Now carry it across the line. Pellerin with a shot. That gets blocked. It comes right to LeBlanc. His shot is blocked. And it comes into the corner. Moser tries to clear. Jenkins gloves it down. Now it comes to Ben Wallace. He'll get it ahead for Vora. Vora can't keep control, and Pellerin able to get to it. Now Moser trying to play it past Pellerin down to Vora. That doesn't connect. Pellerin again knocks a puck down. As we approach 7:50 gone here in the third period. Jenkins loses the puck to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets tied up in the corner by Wumbolt. Played to the line, and it gets just past Sullivan out to center. Now Pellerin with it again. Was losing his angle as McLaughlin was there, so he had to back up. Now gets a pass ahead to Green. Green comes in. He's got Mercer and Jenkins with him. Green over to Jenkins, and No goalie in the world is making that save, as Jenkins was able to have some open space all by himself. And the perfect pass from Green right onto the stick of Jenkins for Zachary Jenkins, his 6th goal, 9th point of the season, his 2nd point of the night after assisting on Mercer's goal earlier in this period. And it's another multi-goal period that the Weeks have given up. 2 goals in the first for Dartmouth, 2 goals in the second, and 2 goals here in the third to make it 6-2. So it is Zachary Jenkins, as mentioned, his 6th goal, 9th point of the season, assisted by Malcolm Green and Camden Pellerin at 8:19, making it now 6-2. 9:10 left to go, or 9:10 gone here in the third period, excuse me. Battle at the blue line, puck comes out. Manos plays it out to center. It's sent back in again by Normando. McKinnon now gives to Manos. Manos can't get past Foster. Puck flipped to the line. Beardsmore not able to knock it down. And Rose comes back and gets it, plays it ahead for Garson. Garson's pass intended for Normando, just a little too far in front of him. And Blanchard will send it back the other way. Smith now dumps the puck deep into the Steele Subaru zone. Beardsmore sends it over to Rose. Rose uses the glass and gets it out to center. Sutherland back to pick up. He'll play it off the boards. Rose sends it back to Beardsmore. Beardsmore gets it ahead, knocked down by Sutherland, and he'll play it back into the Dartmouth zone. Rose now, long lead pass. Normando does not get a piece of it. And so that's going to be an icing with 9:38 left to go in this third period. Garson and Smith in to take this draw. There's a shot, save made by Hocko, and he'll cover up and hang on. And just a quick reminder for Dartmouth Steele Subaru fans, tomorrow at 1:15 they'll be playing at the Zatzman Sportsplex in Dartmouth, hosting the UPS Store South Shore Mustangs. So actually they've got 3 straight home games coming up tomorrow, and then next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 7:15 Saturday night, 1:15 Sunday afternoon. And both of those games against the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. So you can tune in, or you can go to the Zatzman Sportsplex there. Tune into Steele Subaru's social media pages as well to see about any webcasting. I know that they do stream their games. I can't remember off the top of my head who they stream them through, but go to their social media page. I'm sure you'll be able to find the link. For the Weeks, their next game's coming up. Tomorrow they will be at home again against Cole Harbour. We'll be bringing you that one right here on Pictou Sports. Williams brings the puck in, fires it well wide. It comes off the end boards. Mac Wallace touches it, but he apparently had come in offside. As we look at the Weeks Majors' next few games, they have an extended home-and-home set with Cole Harbour as they play against the Wolfpack here on Sunday, and then next Saturday they'll be down in Cole Harbour to take on the Wolfpack. So instead of a home-and-home set in one weekend, they'll play them 6 days apart. And then Sunday of next week, it'll be a 1 o'clock start instead of 12 when they host the Halifax McDonald's, and that's because Anytime the Bombers and the Weeks play home games on the same Sunday now, they have rearranged the ice times here so that they can play back-to-back on the same sheet of ice rather than playing at the same time on the two different sheets of ice here at the Wellness Center. And I'm not sure if the teams did that so that they could get both games broadcast, or if that's just a lucky, or a fortunate, I should say, side effect. But we will have next Sunday a doubleheader for you. We'll have the Warewell Bombers at 11 and then the Weeks at 1. Tomorrow the Weeks play at noon against Cole Harbour. Next Sunday the Weeks will play at 1 against Halifax. Puck dumped in and fired around the boards. Comes all the way up the boards to where Tucker is waiting for it. His pass for Hunter hops over his stick. Now McLean back at his own line, plays it back to Blanchard. Here comes Dawson Blanchard in across the blue line. Blanchard still with it, working against Kavanaugh. Sends it around to the near side corner. McLean will pick up there. McLean still working it. Gets it to Tucker. Tucker with a shot. Save made. Puck bounces down. They score! Sometimes you need Lady Luck to be on your side a little bit, and she certainly was there as Hawko made the save. But then the puck bounced up into the air, and the Weeks were able to take advantage of the fortunate bounce. It rolled down and just in across the blue line, or the red line. And I believe it's going to be Aiden Tucker who gets credit for that goal. If so, it's his third goal of the season, his 8th point. And there's a big save by Mumbercat with 7 minutes left, as it is Tucker's goal. Hunter with an assist, and Garrett McLean also gets an assist. And then that big save by Mumbercat right after the Weeks score their goal to pull to within 3. And it's those kinds of moments, those kinds of saves that are the important ones. So good on Mumbercat to make that one. Aiden Tucker, his third goal, 8th point of the season, assisted by Ty Hunter and Garrett McLean at 12:44. Pulls the Weeks to within 3. It's still a very big hill to climb and not a lot of time to do it. But still some life for this week's Majors lineup. Countway trying to get through that forecheck. He can't, but does get the puck up ahead. Now Moser trying to work the puck out of the zone, trying to use the boards, but there's no lane to work with there at all. Now Garson takes a hit from Sullivan. Garson gets the puck back, goes to make a pass. Mumbercat able to deflect it away. Vora gets it up, and it's played out to center, knocked back in again. Countway, I don't think he realized that he had a person on him quite as quickly as Normando was, but the Weeks are able to get it out to center. Wombolt dumps it right back in again. 5:20 left to go. McKinnon plays it around to the far side and out. Wombolt gets it back into the zone. Countway uses the boards to get it back out to center. And now Pellerin will back up with it. Vora trying to chase him down. Vora not able to get him. Here comes Pellerin. But Green was just a hair offside, so we'll get a stoppage just under 5 minutes left to go here in the third period. Green will get waved out of the face-off circle. Langlois will come in and take the draw against Smith. Smith wins it back to Manos. Manos now plays it over to the far side where McKinnon will pick up. McKinnon up to Ben Wallace. Wallace kicks it back to McKinnon. Now to Manos. Manos tries to make a pass. That's knocked down by Pilgrim Edwards, but it gets picked up by McKinnon. He gets it out to center. Now across to the far side. And Vora plays it up to Smith. Smith chases it down in the corner, but he gets it knocked away from him by Kavanaugh. Now Green comes and picks up the loose puck behind his own net. Lorden will play it around to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets it up to Langlois. Langlois' pass goes in behind Green, and it'll be picked up by Manos. He'll take it towards the net, sees that Pilgrim Edwards was coming, so plays it out after making a stop. Now here comes Ben Wallace. Wallace cutting to the middle. Wallace takes a shot, and Hawko with the save. Ben Wallace with a dangerous chance there. Now here's McLean. He can't get the puck under control. Pilgrim Edwards will get it away from him. Under 4 minutes left to go here, third period. Pilgrim Edwards pushes the puck ahead, intended for Langlois, but that gets broken up. Now Pilgrim Edwards gets it back, gives to Langlois. Langlois has it knocked away from him there by Williams. Now a lead pass just out of the reach of Sutherland, and that's going to be an icing against the Weeks with 3:30 left on the clock. Face off all the way down into the weak zone. LeBlanc and McLean take the draw. Beardsmore sends it down around behind the net. Blanchard will reverse the field. And Andrews knocks that puck down. Now a centering pass intended for LeBlanc. Gets away from him. Beardsmore picks up at the line. Plays it down to LeBlanc in the corner. Out in front. And Radford's redirect gets sent into the corner. Up for Wallace now. Mac Wallace couldn't keep that under control. Under 3 minutes left to go. Rose, plays it off the glass. Comes as far as Blanchard. Blanchard gets it ahead. Williams takes a bump. Moser comes in to help out. Moser with a shot. I think he was looking for a deflection there. Now a shot from Sullivan. And that gets blockered wide. Out to the front of the net. And Radford will be the first one on it. He gets it to Green. Green in across the line. Green trying to work his way through the defense. Green gets back on the puck, but then Countway able to get in the way. The referee accidentally gets in the way of Countway, and Steele Subaru got possession back, but they had to play it back out. Here's Wombolt now. 2:10 left in the third period. Ahead for Mercer. Mercer brings it across the line. Takes the shot. It goes wide. Comes up the near boards. Wombolt waiting for it. His shot blocked by Sears down into the corner. Green throws it in front, and Countway able to make the glove save. He actually blocked it with his leg, and then it came up into the air, and Countway batted it out just to be sure. 1:45 to go, third period. Countway's lead pass broken up by Pellerin. Sent back in. Jenkins going after it, gets to it, gives to Mercer, and there's a nice save by Mumberket. Mercer throws it to the front of the net, taken away by Moser. Here's Moser out to center. His pass knocked down by Garson. Picked up by Wombolt. Wombolt plays it around to Pellerin. 80 seconds left to go. Mercer sends it as far as the Weeks line. Manos there. He'll play it up for Sears. Now Pellerin picks up the loose puck, getting to it just ahead of Tucker. Sent down the ice by McKinnon. Icing gets waved off. Wombolt back to pick up. He'll fire it around. Knocked down by Manos before it clears the zone. Down into the corner. Behind the net, coming out with it is Hunter. Ty Hunter gets it to McLean. McLean can't get a shot away. McLean picks back up again. We're into the final minute. McLean, his shot gets blocked by Normando. Race to the puck. McLean and Normando get there just as it reaches right in front of the Weeks bench. Hunter back on it. Here comes Hunter. He's got McLean with him. Hunter elects to shoot. And Hawko makes the save and hangs on with exactly 37 seconds left to go here in the third period. This certainly has been a solid effort by the Weeks in the attempt to come back, but just hasn't quite been enough here tonight. Blanchard plays it off the wall, but it's picked up by Pilgrim Edwards. He throws it towards the front. Langlois can't get a shot away as his stick was tied up. Now Tucker coming the other way, gives to Sutherland. Sutherland trying to get around Kavanagh. Throws the puck towards the net. Lorden knocks it away into the corner. 10 seconds left to go. Played into the near side corner. Hunter sends it back down. Lorden will get to it as the final couple of ticks come off the clock. That's going to do it from here at the Pictou County Wellness Center tonight. The Steele Subaru come in, put 2 goals up in the first, 2 up in the second, 2 up in the third, while the Weeks get 2 in the second and 1 in the third, and you put all that together, the final score 6-3 in favor of Dartmouth Steele Subaru. Shots on goal in that third period by the Weeks 8, by Steele Subaru 6. The final total 27-24 in favor of the hometown team. But even though they outshot Steele Subaru by 3, they got outscored by 3, so the visitors come away with the 2 points tonight. On behalf of my camera person, Rose, thank you for your work on the camera. This is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time. Dartmouth Steele Subaru defeat the Weeks Majors 6-3. Until tomorrow, when we bring you the Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack and Weeks Majors pregame show or pregame warm-up starting at 11:30. Puck drop scheduled for 12. Until then, enjoy your Saturday night.